I'm tired of this black hood. I know, who was it? Vice Grip decided to make his hood black on his Duster, but it's the same color as this. But I don't like it. I want the hood to be the same color as the car, because that's the way it's supposed to be. But it's got some kind of damage here. I'm going to knock this damage off here with this flapper disc. It's a little rough, but what the heck. And there's damage all around where the Plymouth insignia was. That's coming off. And then I'm going to then we'll take it inside. See, we have a wood stove. And I don't want to stir up all this dust. I don't want it in the shop anyway, but I don't need any wood or paint explosions from dust. So here we go. Noise. Stupid safety thing. There. Wait for this to stop making noise. We have Bondo in there that's cracked, and the reason it's cracked is because there's rust underneath on the sheet metal. So I wasn't going to take this all the way down, but now I'm committed. I got to take it down to get that rust off the sheet metal. I think somebody put Bondo over this and really didn't prep it well, and that's why it's all cracked. There's rust underneath the Bondo. The rest of it looks okay, I think. So here we go. More. This hood that I'm painting, I got in a hurry with it and made some mistakes. So here we are 4 days later. The hood's ready. I'm not going to go over all the body work we did because there's lots of places you can learn about body work. You don't need to watch me sand for days and put Bondo and that kind of thing. So it's primered with some, what's really important is not just primer, but primer sealer, because this is a water-based paint. When you use a water-based paint, if you use a regular primer, the primer will soak up the water and you'll rust underneath. It's really important not to do that. So this is primer sealer. All the steel is covered up, and I'm going to start shooting the water-based paint on. Water-based paint is this Bear. It's an outdoor house paint. This is flat. They had flat, I think it was eggshell or something, and then gloss. One day I'll try the gloss, see how that comes out. But this car, this Valiant, is 52-year-old paint, and we did the bumper, and it came out really good. Looks like it matches the car. So here I go. I've got to mix this. How am I going to get this into that? I need a little scoop, or I can pour it. This will make a mess. Okay, it's poured, but now I have a mess. Not supposed to do that. Can we put this somewhere we won't step on? It'll be underneath. It'll be here.
It's gonna get hot.
It'll get warmer. It's water-based. You know, here we are in a shop with a wood stove, and I'm going to paint because it's water-based paint. And if we get a fire, I'll just spray the paint at it. Put the fire out. Okay, so I mix this about 3 parts water. I know this says vinegar, but it's water because I brought it up from the house. It's water. And that's not enough. I'm going to have to add a little bit. I'll stir this up.
It's really watery, huh?
Well, think about what lacquer looks like when it goes through a spray gun. It's really, really wet, and you have to reduce it. And it's not going to go through the spray gun if it's thick. So you got to make it really watery, and this actually isn't enough. I'm going to have to put a little more. I put the paint gun in a vise over here because I don't know how else to hold it.
Oh, okay, got the vise right here.
Yeah, I moved the vise over here near where we're painting. That's too thick. I'm going to add a little bit more water. That was probably 2 parts water and 1 part paint. I'm going to add a little bit more water. And when I paint this stuff, I started doing this about 10 years ago. on some fiberglass parts and then some other things. I wanted to try it. I heard about a guy doing it on a home-built airplane, and I saw the results, and it looked pretty good. And I asked him about it in an email, and he really didn't tell me much. So I kind of figured it out. I knew about what the consistency of paint looks like when I'm shooting something like lacquer. So I just made it about the same consistency so it'd go through the paint gun. So when I paint it, it makes little like droplets all over. It looks like water droplets. And there's not much color. And then as the water dries out of it, they're not droplets anymore. It flattens out. And I put another coat on. It looks like water droplets again. You gotta wait till it's all the way dry. And what's the temperature in here right now? It's like 53 degrees, 52 degrees. I don't know. It's not gonna dry real fast. I may have to go after it with a heat gun. May have to go out with a heat gun. I don't know. So I'm gonna put a coat on here and see how it goes. So when the compressor comes on, you won't be able to hear anything. But got the rag around there. Got 100 psi about, and seems to be firing paint out of it. Right now, mostly I'm just trying not to let it get caught on that air conditioner. Dry. I heat gunned it a little bit. So here we go. Oh, big old drip. This gun drips. You know, I use these cheap Harbor Freight paint guns. They usually don't drip. This one's a piece of crap. They're not consistent. So far, it's going to need a couple more coats.
How many coats do you think you have now?
Probably 3, 4. Well, because I went around the edges and I shot up, I'm still going to have to shoot another edge one because I didn't get up under the edges, and then when you open the hood, it's going to look stupid because there's no paint on the edges, you know. So it's dry enough, I can do that. I don't think I'm going to need the compressor on. I think I can just do it.
Okay, careful, you'll leak when you lean it like that.
The trick to this, like I always say, just dust it on. Just dust it on, let it dry, completely dry. Dust it on, let it dry, completely dry. If it's still wet, it's going to run. But I really didn't get enough along the edges. I wanted to get that. And then because it's cool in here, although it's warming up, 60 now, I'm hitting with a heat gun. We put I think I put 8 coats on there, just like coats. So here we go with the last one. I don't think you need to see me spray each one. So I'm going to do one over there and then come over here and then we'll let it dry again. So here we go. Just shoot across the front. That's it. I think we got 9 coats on it. And they're light coats. And when it's wet, I can see all the errors in the bodywork. But compared to what it was, pretty good. And when it dries flat, nobody will ever see it. So give it 10 minutes or so. This will be dry and flat and probably look like the rest of the car. Not bad.
I always like to put this up by the hood so the hood doesn't get smashed. Okay. Are you ready?
That's it. Set it on the hinges. Okay, I'm going to go around front. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. Okay. And those, be careful those bolts. Grab them by the heads because they got anti-seize all over. Cleaned all the threads. Anti-seize. You're doing the front ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got one?
Okay. Just turn it in a little bit. So, okay. That should be close. Okay. Is the other one? Yeah, don't tighten. Is the other one in enough that I can tip it up? Okay.
Yep.
Go. Can you see about where it was?
Yeah.
We should have marked it. We didn't.
Oh no, it's very clear where it
Okay.
was.
All right. Perfect.
It needs to go.
Maybe it's not that one.
Spot. Other side. You okay?
Yeah.
Alright, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Nope.
You can probably use off a little.
It'll slowly come down. down, make sure we can get anything in the way. I don't think. Okay, you want to keep an eye out. Make sure I'm not pinching anything.
Yep.
Good. Amazon. And yeah, same thing.
Good over here.
Something in, right? Something in. Yeah, it's got to come. See right here. I think it's. But not much. Because it won't latch. It used to latch. Okay, so I'll hold it. Scoot it this way a little bit. Got it. Ready? Okay, that's enough.
Watch. Here, let me see.
See what the crack in the back looks like.
Line up. Lines up perfect.
Yeah, it looks
Latch.
good on this side. What do you call it?
It looks good. Give it a smack. See.
I'm going to. I just got. Ow! Finger was caught in a safety clutch. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what?
Say hello to the camera.
It's
No,
almost.
really.
It's almost too nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit better than the rest of the car. And this, the tool she just used, is they're both snap-on parts. This is a socket, a 1/2-inch socket. Okay. And it's got a date code on there from 1947, right after World War II. And this is a speed handle with the date code E. It says ferret, which was World War II era. And it has a date code that says E, and that means emergency, which is 1944. So 1944 snap-on tool, 1947 snap-on tool, part of my collection, but they work well, and we still use them today. Pretty good.
All right, let's get a look at the hood. Go over there and model.
Model for the
Show how beautiful it is.
Well, yeah, we got to see this mess. I want to clean this up. We'll shoot that later. But yeah, that hood up here, we had the before with all this Bondo coming off and everything, and Bondo coming off up here. I think it looks pretty good and not bad. And you know that house paint we used and thinned with water, I still have plenty of it left. It was $21. So it beats the hell out of $1,000 paint products for cars. And you know, it looks about right for the age of the car. I'm not unhappy with that. I haven't started this thing in 5 days. So we're going to see how it is after 5 days.
Is this a cold start video? Should I put it in shorts mode? Go ahead.